Lotus is back, both literally and figuratively. After the British brand's 2-year absence, the Evora 400 marks its return to the American market. It also shows what's in store as Lotus moves forward after a rough few years. We'll cut straight to the point. The Evora 400 is the best car Lotus has ever made. The heritage of the brand, founded by Colin Chapman, is centered around the holistic benefits of lightweight and simplicity. But historically, light was a synonym for fragile. Keep on the old British build quality stereotypes like leaking windows and intermittent electrics, and you have the Lotus reputation for brilliant but fickle cars. Owning a Lotus is a badge of honor, the car culture equivalent of riding a fixed-gear bicycle. And while quality has improved, even modern Lotus models like the Elise, Exige, and previous Evora have a decidedly minimalist approach to comfort. That lack of modern amenities kept sales to a minimum before crash test standards forced Lotus's hiatus from our shores. And by modern amenities we mean basics like functional air conditioning, a cabin you can climb into without pulling a muscle, and trim pieces that don't fall off from normal use. So when we say the Evora 400 is the best Lotus ever, we mean that in more than one way. It's of a material and build quality befitting the $93,785 starting price, and it retains the almost telepathic connection to the driver while increasing performance on all fronts. The 400 in the name stands for 400 horsepower. Power still comes from a Toyota-sourced 3.5-liter V6. But a new supercharger is now intercooled and delivers about 9 pounds per square inch of boost, up from 5.5 pounds per square inch. It's a 55 horsepower jump, with a modest torque increase of 7 pound-feet, to 302. The numerical suffix, though, might suggest this is just a variant, like the Evora S was to the original Evora. Not so. Lotus says over 2/3 of the parts are new, including front and rear body panels. The new Evora has a cleaner look, less like an inflated Elise and more like the mid-engine exotic that it is. But the biggest change to the Evora is the interior. The door sill, perhaps the biggest hindrance to practicality, is now 2.2 inches lower and 1.7 inches narrower. The footwell is also 3.3 inches wider. Getting in and sitting now just feels like it does in most other cars, which, for Lotus, is a revelation. Hey, there's room for a dead pedal to the left of the clutch. The good vibes carry on with the rest of the cabin, trimmed in leather or optional Alcantara. The primary switches are lined up on top of the infotainment system instead of hidden behind the steering wheel. Back controls are a handsome 3-dial arrangement in front of the shift lever, or the cluster of buttons for the optional automatic transmission. The standard air conditioning is now revised and, to quote a British Lotus representative, works like an aircon should. Like we said, normal for most cars is a leap forward for Lotus. The front seat also moves back 1.2 inches further. The rear seats are still mostly for settling bits. Yes, an adult can fit back there, but less punishing now that you can tuck your feet under the front seats.